hear me? I just want to make sure that I am on. Give me 1 second. Okay. Hey, so I am really embarrassed, and I will tell you why. I have been talking for the past 15 minutes thinking I was teaching this class, and thank God for Ashley, because clearly I wasn't. So here we are 15 minutes later, and I apologize. But we will go ahead and jump in and get started. Thank you so much for hanging in there. Thank you so much for joining me and being patient. Kind of new to all this online stuff. But this evening, I'll be talking to you about healthy household swaps. So these are things that you can begin to replace in your home using your Young Living essential oils or other Young Living products that I'll be talking about. 1 second, 1 second. Nick? I'm being told that I'm a green screen right now, so I'm sorry if it's a little off. But I will go ahead and continue. My husband's going to attempt or try to fix what's going on. So when I talk about the healthy household swaps, or the things that, you know, I have learned to switch over in my home, or toxins that have been removed from my home because of all the things that I am making now with my Young Living essential oils, these have been a lot safer for my family. They're great switches for your pets. A lot of us don't think about how your home products affect your animals. And even those that enter your home on a daily or weekly basis. So whether that's extended family or friends, I don't know if any of you have ever had people that have come into your home and they have had to step out because of a fragrance that was too overwhelming from something that you were burning, or something you might have sprayed, or somebody that has broken out into a sneezing fit. Well, this is probably because there's chemicals in your, whatever products are in your homes, or even fragrances, and we will talk more about that. So when I say safer, I mean non-toxic, I mean void of chemicals, natural, pure, and organic. For me, this was a large reason why I wanted to start using oils, and obviously I definitely wanted to start using Young Living oils. But to give you a little background on my story, in 2011, my husband and I had a beautiful daughter, and unfortunately she had a severe birth defect. So after all the testing that was done, it wasn't deemed genetic. There was kind of a lot of language being tossed around about environmental factors that came into play. So this really does a number on your mind as a mother, and you do start to question things. Once you're on the other side of that statistic, you know, all that stuff you read about, this causes that, this causes that. Well, when you are actually on the other side of that statistic, you start to research a little more. That being said as well, I will talk about your home environment. So let's talk about everyone's home environment. So most Americans spend 80 to 90% of their time indoors. And all the while that you are inside, you are absorbing and inhaling any potential chemicals that may be lingering in the home, contaminating the air. So that's kind of scary to think about in your own home environment, right? That you're potentially breathing and absorbing these chemicals. When you think about absorption, that's basically your body, anything that comes into contact with your skin is pulled directly into your bloodstream. You think about inhaling, your nasal passage is basically a direct passageway to your brain. And it acts as a gateway. So anything you're inhaling, whether it's, you know, you sprayed some glass cleaner, it's lingering in the air, you're inhaling that and it's directly affecting your brain. So that's another reason why you probably want to start to clean up some of your products. So today I will tell you that I am only going to be talking about Young Living therapeutic grade oils, and I will be referencing several things. So I will be talking from research that I have read in the Essential Oils Desk Reference. This is a phenomenal resource. If you guys don't have it, I would definitely encourage you to get it. There's a lot of research on the oils in here. And a lot of research period that's been done. There's also a great website. It's called Environmental Working Group, or EWG.org. This is where you can literally plug in your whatever you're using at home, whether it's your cleaners or your skincare products, and it will bring up a database basically telling you how toxic your product is, which is kind of scary, but it's good because it's good to know. But I want to encourage you, or the last thing I want to do is discourage you or depress you or overwhelm you with the information, because I know a lot of this, when we hear this, it can kind of bog us down, like, okay, everything is going to kill us, everything causes this. But I just want you to keep an open mind, because I want to educate you and I want to encourage you to begin taking those steps to start switching things over. And it does not have to be all at once. For me and for my family, it was a journey. It was like, months, years. I mean, we're still switching things over. But the good thing is that you have the tools. So a lot of the recipes I'll be going over today or this evening are actually from your premium starter kit. So if those are the only oils you have, you will be able to apply lots of pretty much all of them to your home. So that's going to be a great switch. The second thing I'll say is start with things that you're using every day. So brushing your teeth. I brush my teeth 2 to 3 times a day. Should be 3, I know, but sometimes it's just 2. So that was one of the first switches that I made. And I want you to realize that every switch, whether it's 1 a week or 2 a week, is a victory for your home. And like I said, clearly I'm still in the process of switching over. So it's a journey for all of us. Don't compare, the beginning of your journey to the middle of mine. Just go at your pace. And I don't know if I mentioned earlier, I am very pregnant and out of breath all the time. So if I sound like I'm running a marathon, that's why. And I will tell you, I obviously haven't been this way my whole life. I'm kind of what you call a marketer's dream. I always reached for the glittery box. I know you guys know what I'm talking about. The toothpaste box that's real sparkly, yeah, that one. I would stand in the aisle and I would smell dish soap until I found a fragrance I liked. Or if it was seasonal, oh my goodness, anything seasonal, and it was like, took up my whole cart. My husband would laugh because it looked like a rainbow would barf in our cart, because everything was very colorful and seasonal and all that good stuff. So I was the standard consumer, I was an emotional buyer, and I was allowing my senses to control my wallet versus my logic. So how I've changed my thought process, I've kind of learned to read beyond the marketing and start reading more into, okay, what are in these products? How are they affecting my home, the health of my family, and those around me? So let's just get into what is all the fuss about toxins, and why do we need to remove them from our environment? I'm not sure whether or not you have ever looked on the back of one of your standard household products. So aside from all the other junk, I'm only going to highlight several things because I don't want to keep you here all night, but these are major components and major players in these products. So the first thing I'm going to talk about is the word fragrance. And I know Ashley touched on this in her cosmetic class, but sorry. So regarding skincare in the cosmetic industry, this is huge, but this is also huge for the home care or the home product line industry. There's plenty of artificially fragrance products out there throughout our homes. So when I'm talking about some of those are just overwhelming smell. I let's see, what else? Fabric softeners, deodorant, laundry detergent, scented candles, cleaning products. So what's the issue with these artificial fragrances? So companies can legally put chemicals, into a product under the label fragrance without showing it on the ingredients list, basically thanks to a loophole in the Federal Fair Packaging and Labeling Act of 1973. So this labeling act, it requires companies to list ingredients on the product labels, but it explicitly exempts the word fragrance. So by taking advantage of this loophole, tons of product companies, a lot of them, have kept the public in the dark about 3,100 potential ingredients in the word fragrance. So even those that are present or may have potential health risk or buildup in our bodies, they don't tell us about, which is kind of scary. And how do we know there are hidden chemicals? Basically, there's lots of research being done that has been done, is still being done, and they are testing these products, and the average fragrance product tested contained 14 secret chemicals not listed on the label. So among these chemicals among them are chemicals associated with hormone disruption and allergic reactions, and many substances that have not been assessed for safety in personal care products, which is really scary. The next thing I will say, and I cannot express this enough, if you or someone in your life or someone that steps foot in your home has asthma, it is so important that you try and rid your home of these fragrances. Fragrance formulas are considered to be among the top 5 known allergens and can trigger asthma attacks. So think about, like I said, all the things that they may come in contact, the hand soaps, the laundry detergents, plugins in your home, dish detergents, etc. So if you do have a child, or if you are someone that suffers with those breathing issues, this is very important for you. The second thing, which this is kind of embarrassing for me to say, I don't know how many women are with me on this one, but dusting. Now that I know this, I'm going to be a little more vigilant about dusting. You should dust and vacuum often. So dust is a well-known allergen, and it actually contains toxic chemicals. So how does that happen? So the many chemicals in and around your home wind up in your when they migrate from your home products. One recent study by the Silent Spring Institute identified 66 endocrine disrupting compounds in a household dust test with just a small sample size, which is so crazy. So when you spray the glass cleaner or you spray the furniture polish and you think you're wiping it off and maybe the smell is just hanging out for a little bit, no, it lingers and then it settles in your dust. And then your children are walking around and they're running their fingers across the tables, or their toys are rolling across the floor and they're putting them in their mouth. That freaks me out. So I'm really glad I came across all of this research regarding that. So that's very important. That's another reason why it's really important to use or to switch things over, because of all of these toxic chemicals that are building up in your dust bunnies. The third thing, and then I'll get into the fun stuff, all the recipes, I just want to bring this to your attention, is the triclosan. So triclosan is a common ingredient in a lot of antibacterial soaps and sanitizers, but it's also very common in liquid hand soap, like I said, in dishwashing detergent, in toothpaste, face wash, deodorant, and a host of other personal care products. Basically, a U.S. FDA advisory committee has found that household use of antibacterial products provides no benefits over plain soap and water. And the AMA, or the American Medical Association, recommends that triclosan not even be used in the home, as it may encourage bacterial resistance to antibiotics. And it is also linked to liver and inhalation toxicity. And low levels of triclosan may disrupt your thyroid. Ugh. All this is pretty scary stuff. So these are just a few of the things I want to bring to your attention. And there is the website I was telling you about, the EWG website. They also have a sister site that's www.ewg.org/skin-deep/. And don't fret, because all the information today as far as websites, resources, recipes, I will have posted on the Spring Wellness event tomorrow. And I'm also going to create a permanent document with all of this information on my A Girl and Her Oils Facebook page under the Files tab. Okay, so let's get to the good stuff, enough of the depressing stuff, right? How can we switch things over in our home, and what can we do? So let's start out in the laundry room. I love doing laundry. No, not really. I'm really good at throwing stuff in the washing machine, but folding laundry, I am not. That's not my forte, and my husband's in the background laughing. Anyways, so the first thing I'm going to show you are these. I love these. I don't know if you can see them. They are wool dryer balls. And my awesome friend Courtney, she actually made these. So I'll get her to post the DIY link of how you can make these. But you can also purchase these on Amazon. And what are they? What do they do? So basically, they are a natural alternative to dryer sheets. They last for around 1,000 uses. They soften naturally. They cut down the drying time by 25%, so it saves on energy, and it eliminates wrinkle and static, and they're just plain out awesome. The cool thing about these is you can actually place your essential oils on the balls before you throw them in the dryer. So one of my favorites is Purification. I don't know if you can see that. Purification is great for digesting odors and overall just cleaning. So just putting several drops on the ball and throwing it in, and you're good to go. And it keeps, obviously, it will keep your laundry smelling good. Okay, so that's those. The second thing in the laundry room I will talk about is liquid laundry detergent. Excuse me. So when I posted questions about, okay, what are some of the things that you guys really want to know about? Okay, that's not it. Excuse me, that's the wrong thing. I had several people saying laundry detergent. So this is liquid laundry detergent. And this is just a small jar. This is a small part of a big jug that you can keep near your washing machine. In the recipe that I use, it's basically all the ingredients are found in the aisles of Walmart, which is really convenient because you don't have to really order anything online. And what it is you make a concentrate and then you add water to it, and you can put it in one of those big jugs with the spout so that when you're going to do laundry, you can just put it in a little cup and dump it right in. With these, you can experiment with scents. Obviously, I like to use Purification because it's odor neutralizing, and there was even a recent testimony of someone using Purification in this laundry detergent, and it actually helped to clean the musty smell from her washing machine. So that's pretty awesome. I don't know, I think maybe Citrus Fresh might be good in this, or lemon or orange. Lavender would be good as well. So that's the liquid laundry detergent. It is possible to make the ingredients, like I said, Walmart, and I will be posting this on the site. The third thing is homemade stain remover. So let me find my lemon. Lemon is awesome. So I'll have a lot of people saying, okay, so I have the wool dryer balls, I've made my laundry detergent, so what can I do for stain remover? Lemon is amazing. I actually used this. My daughter cut her finger on one of her really expensive smock dresses. I completely forgot about it and threw it in the back of the closet. And she had this massive kind of blood stain. I'll show a before and after picture. Well, I put lemon oil immediately on it once I found it. I mean, it had been dried for several days. And then I immediately threw it in the washing machine. So that is one of the things you want to make sure. You want to put the lemon oil on first and then immediately throw it to the washing machine. But it came right out, and that was pretty awesome because it's non-toxic. Okay, so those are my tips for the laundry room. Next, we'll move to the bathroom. So this is another awesome switch that I get really excited about, and that is hand soap. I don't know if you guys can see this. So this was one of the key products that you typically find fragrances in and triclosan. So this was one of the ones that I was really excited to change over. I just didn't know how. And once I saw how easy it was and had the recipe, I got really excited. So I have this foaming hand clean container. You can get these online. So a lot of the DIY things that I make with essential oils, you can get the containers from Amazon, but there's also a website called Abundant Health, the number 4 and the letter U.com. And they have a plethora of really, really great essential oil containers to use for all your DIY projects. So anyways, back to this. So this is a foaming thieves hand soap. And what you use is, well, I'm like losing my bearings here, Dr. Bronner's. So you can find this at Target. I found it at Kroger today. You can also get it, I think, at Walgreens. And this is just really great to have on hand anyways. If you're going to be doing a lot of DIY stuff, you can do baby shampoos, your shampoo, cleaners, I'm trying to think what else, body washes, and obviously hand soap. So you just use the thieves, the Dr. Bronner's in the water, and you put it in this fancy little contraption, and then it comes out just like that. So why thieves? I love thieves because according to the EODR, thieves is known to digest bacteria, fungi, and viruses. So that is awesome for hand soap. And the fact that it's non-toxic is great because you know it's going to be safe. You don't have to worry about, like I said, any of the fragrances. The other thing about thieves is it smells amazing. I always say it smells like Christmas in a bottle, so you really can't go wrong. And I have one of these at every sink in my house. Okay, the next thing I'm going to talk about are air fresheners. This is probably the scariest thing. If you look at the back of a typical air freshener, these are just some of the ingredients in these air fresheners. Benzene, formaldehyde, styrene, terpenes, and phthalate esters. So the volatile organic compounds in air fresheners and other aerosols have actually been linked to earaches and diarrhea in infants, asthma and allergies in both kids and adults, and an increased risk of depression and headaches in mothers. No, thank you. So either use your diffuser. The diffuser comes with the premium starter kit. That's another great way of pumping your oils into the air, or make your own air freshener. So the recipe I use is from Don't Mess with Mama, and that will be posted tomorrow. And it's 3 ingredients. It's water, it's rubbing alcohol, and it's essential oils. And I like to use a glass bottle for this one because I like to make a lot of citrus scented air fresheners. Citrus you don't want to store in plastic because the citrus oils are known to digest petrochemicals. So that's anything petroleum based. So more notably like BPA, which is found in a lot of plastics. It'll literally eat that off the side. So obviously for bathrooms, lemon's a good one. Citrus fresh is great. You can do lavender for the bedroom in your closets. You can do thieves and purification. So those are the ones that are very cleansing to the air. Or if you need to neutralize an odor. So if there's an animal that's stinky or a teenager that's stinky, or even if someone's smoking, this is a great one for that, to neutralize the odor. Okay. So now we're going to move on to the kitchen. So, I could talk all day about this next product, but I'll try and be quick. So let's talk about the Thieves Cleaner. So this is the Thieves Cleaner. As I mentioned earlier, the Thieves Essential Oil is known to digest bacteria, virus, and fungi. That is a very powerful combination. Oh, and as well, black mold as well. Because of that, Young Living has created a line of Thieves products. And the one that I'm really excited about is this Thieves Concentrate Cleaner. And you can get it in this size bottle, or, oh, I should know the size of the other bottle, but it's a lot bigger. But in this one bottle, you can get about 28 30-ounce size bottles of cleaner, depending on what you're using it for. So for instance, this, I only use, I don't know, this is about, I filled it about to 24 ounces, and I used about a cap full because I was going to use it for some medium cleaning, like my bathrooms, etc. But they also have these really awesome little guys at dollar store that you can get. I will use half of a cap or even a fourth of a cap in this one and put it in my daughter's playroom. So what do you use thieves cleaner for? I use it for everything. I use it for everything. I spray, and it's non-toxic, obviously, all plant-based, but I use it for my daughter's high chair, her toys. You can clean fruits and veggies with it. You can clean windows and mirrors. So a lot of people ask, well, does it streak? No, it doesn't streak. I clean my walls. I clean my floors, kitchen countertops, your glass stove top, the bathroom. So like I mentioned earlier, it's known to digest black mold. Before I was using vinegar, which is really great. Vinegar is great to use, but it wasn't cutting it. It wasn't really, while it was a safer alternative, it wasn't really deep cleaning the way I wanted it to. So this, when I switched over to this, oh my gosh. And not to mention it smells amazing, right? So I talked earlier how it smells like Christmas in a bottle. You can also mix it with baking soda and make like a rub. So if you're really, or not a rub, a scrub, if you're really trying to deep clean a tub or deep clean a sink, you can make this paste with a baking soda and the cleaner and just use a brush and scrub clean. And it's amazing how that works. I love that tip. But actually when I clean around my daughter because I don't mind her inhaling whatever this puts out in the air because I know it's completely safe. So literally that one product has replaced like tons of products for me. It's crazy. I have so much room under my cabinet now because I only have one bottle. I told Nick, I was like, I don't even feel like I need to have a lock on it anymore, but we still do. But it's just weird having one bottle under your cabinet now. This is another one. I'll do this a lot at my make and takes. It's people's first introduction to it. And they always come back and order more because they just love it. Okay, moving on. The next one is dishwasher tabs. So did you know that you can make your own dishwasher tabs? And this is what they look like as I'm leaking it all over my computer. So you just make the formula and you pour it into ice cube trays. And then when it's done, you pop them out and then you place them inside your dishwasher. And again, everything in this recipe, you can also find at Walmart as well. And then in the recipe, it'll say that you need to put a little bit of vinegar in before you turn on the dishwasher, and that's to prevent any spots from your glasses. But these work amazing, and lemon is a great option for that. Or whatever you'd like, but lemon, I typically suggest lemon. So around the home, the next thing I'm going to talk to you about is DIY carpet freshener or deodorizer. So remember when I was talking about dust and the importance of vacuuming? I love, let me find it. You just get a little sprinkle bottle. You can get it from the dollar store. The dollar store actually has bigger sizes of this jar. And I put all you need is baking soda and your favorite essential oil, and you mix them up, you store it in this jar, and then you sprinkle it around your carpet and you let it sit for 15 to 30 minutes, and then you vacuum it up. So this isn't just making your carpet smell good, right? It's basically making your carpet healthier, if that makes sense. I know there's those other fragrance powders that make it smell good, but remember what I said about fragrance? And if your kids are going to be crawling and walking on your floors, the last thing you want is that artificial fragrance, you know, full of chemicals all over their little kneecaps. So this is a great one. Okay, the next one is wood furniture polish. So I'll be honest with you, and I even talked to Ashley about this earlier. I asked her, I was like, do you use your furniture polish that we make? And we use Thieves Cleaner for everything, and you can use Thieves Cleaner on wood. But if you like that shiny, glistening, look on your wood furniture, a great option is it's wood furniture polish, but it's basically, excuse me, I'm losing my place. It is olive oil, or you can use jojoba oil. And then you use white vinegar if you're afraid of staining, but you can also use apple cider vinegar, which is good for dark wood. And then you can use orange essential oils, citrus essential oil, and even cedar wood or pine. And I'll put that in the recipe tomorrow. But I do put it in a glass bottle because of the amount of citrus oils that are in the furniture polish recipe. So that's really great. And I'll have some before and after pictures when I post that. A third thing I'll talk about is lemon as a natural gooey gone. So I don't know if you guys have ever had this issue where you brought a vase home from the store and the sticker is stuck on the bottom and you can't get it off. So then you have to use that other stuff that smells like orange. Not gooey gone, but you know what I'm saying. Well, the chemicals in that are like ridiculous. That's why they can eat all the sticky stuff off the bottom. Not anymore, because now you have lemon. And let me tell you, this stuff is powerful. I use this on a friend's. We didn't use a drop cloth when we painted her front door, and we got paint on the grout in between the bricks very thinly, and there was no getting it off. I mean, it was just kind of like you couldn't scrape it off. We just dropped lemon oil on it and it started eating it right off. Same thing with Sharpie marker. It gets gum out of hair. I mean, this stuff is awesome and non-toxic. Okay, so personal care. So I'll be honest with you. I don't DIY deodorant because Young Living actually has a really awesome line of their own deodorants. But I know a lot of you are interested in making your own, and I think I am going to start to venture down that road because my friend Courtney has talked so highly about this deodorant recipe, and she was actually very kind to let me use some. She scooped some out before I got it. So this is what it looks like. And what you do is you scoop it out and you apply it under your armpits every day. But deodorant is one of those things that, yes, you use that every day, and yes, it is extremely toxic. You can read the labels, especially on antiperspirants and even the aluminum alone. There's 7 pretty big chemicals in deodorants. And if you think about it, the pores in your armpits, they're opening up to sweat, to release toxins from your system. And if there's something there that has chemicals in it, your body's basically going to drink that up, and it's right near your lymph nodes. So that's kind of scary. So this is one of the other switches that I made. And if you're not a big DIYer as far as the deodorant's concerned, like I said, Young Living has an awesome line. This one's called Meadow Mist, and this is AromaGuard Meadow Mist. Or you can make this really awesome recipe, and I trust Courtney because she works out and she sweats a lot, so she loves this stuff, and I'm going to post this tomorrow. Okay, and then I'm realizing now I don't have my toothpaste out, but I'm going to talk about it. So let's talk about toothpaste and brushing your teeth. That's something you do every day, 3 times a day, right? Some people. One of the key ingredients in toothpaste, or common toothpaste, is sodium lauryl sulfate. So sodium lauryl sulfate, or SLS, is what causes your toothpaste to foam. And a lot of us, I guess that makes us feel like it's getting our teeth clean, but there's been a lot of research and studies where it's shown to actually fuel canker sores. So if you're someone that gets them often, or you find that you get them at certain times, if you're prone to them, this is not helping. Trust me, it is not helping. They have linked SLS to higher numbers of canker sores outbreaks, and there's a definite correlation with cold sensitivity. So the second no ingredient in toothpaste, basically, I don't want to say over-the-counter toothpaste, but common toothpaste, is triclosan. And we already touched on that, and we learned about all the risks associated, such as hormone disruption. And then finally, the artificial colors. Like, I know we've all seen the toothpaste, the hot blue and red and hot green and even, I guess, hot pink sparkles they have now. I don't know, I've seen a lot. The artificial colors, which artificial colors are actually banned in a lot of other countries, but not here. So that's one of the things as I was learning and I was switching everything over. Like I said, toothpaste was one of the things I did first. So toothpaste is another one that I personally have not made, but I'm going to post a really awesome recipe. There's several people I know. Ashley uses this recipe. It is an awesome recipe if you're interested in making it yourself, or Young Living actually has a phenomenal line of toothpaste, and it's part of the Thieves line. Remember, I told you that they have a whole line of Thieves products. I have an individual on my team right now. She's pregnant, and when you're pregnant, the baby basically leaches all the minerals out of your system. It takes everything, the nutrients, and a lot of times your teeth become really sensitive. She started using the Thieves Aroma Bright toothpaste and noticed a huge difference. So Thieves is phenomenal for oral care as well, and that's one thing I would strongly encourage you to switch over. Okay, and guys, we are almost done, so just hang with me. The next is the Thieves hand sanitizer. So while Young Living has their own Thieves hand sanitizer, which is awesome, it's a gel and it does not dry your skin out. It is amazing. It like constantly is moisturizing your skin. That's really big for people in the health field because you're having to constantly, I know when we were in the hospital with my daughter, anytime a doctor or nurse entered the room or came to her bedside, they had to apply antibacterial and their hands were so cracked. So I know that's really important when I say it's very moisturizing, but you can make your own. So you can make your own with your Thieves essential oil. And one of my favorite ways of doing that is, and so this is 2 different sizes, is making a spray. So you can make a sanitizing Thieves spray. And what I do, let's just talk about this bottle then, because I know the recipe. But you put a little bit of sea salt at the bottom, and then you put about 20 drops of Thieves essential oil, and then you fill it with distilled water and shake it. And the salt is basically to help the oil emulsify into the water. And then here you go. You drop it in your purse. You drop it in your diaper bag. This one is actually my husband's because he keeps it in his desk drawer at work. He keeps it in his work truck. So what do you use it for? Why do you use a spray? I use it for a lot of stuff. I use it for the grocery carts. So now a lot of grocery stores are offering those antibacterial hand wipes. Well, I just spray this on the rails at the groceries or the grocery cart. I'll do restaurant tables and chairs, restaurant high chairs. And this is also an awesome throat spray. So if you're not feeling good, you can spray this baby right in the back of your throat and it is amazing. And then obviously you can use it on your hands. So multi-purpose for sure. The last one I'm going to talk about is a DIY mouthwash. So I don't know if you knew that conventional mouthwashes are loaded with toxic chemicals and harsh ingredients. And just some of the ingredients, very popular brands, I won't name them. There's propylene glycol, which is actually found in antifreeze, sodium saccharin and sodium fluoride, which are both potential carcinogens. And while we don't swallow mouthwash, we're still absorbing it into our system. So I don't know how many times you use mouthwash a day, but that's however, many exposures you're getting to those specific chemicals daily. So I just keep Thieves and there you go, peppermint at my sink. And what I'll do is I will just take about 1/4 cup of water in my drinking glass and I'll put a drop of each and I'll pour that or drink it and swish it around my mouth for a good 20 seconds and spit it out. And like I said, obviously Thieves is like amazing for everything. So it cleans your mouth and the peppermint helps to give you that great breath. So Excellent for your teeth, excellent for your gums, excellent for your overall oral health, and it's completely non-toxic. So all this being said, if you are not the DIY type, if you're like, I want to start replacing things, but I don't want to make everything, Young Living makes an incredible kit, and it's a starter kit. So it's called the Thieves Starter Kit. And it includes a bottle of the Thieves essential oil, 2 bottles of the hand purifier, 2 14.5-ounce bottles of this Thieves cleaner I was telling you about, or the concentrate. It includes Thieves mouthwash, toothpaste, 2 Thieves foaming hand soaps, 2 Thieves sprays. So when I say sprays, it's kind of a replica or of what I was saying with my Thieves spray earlier, and a 5 milliliter bottle of Citrus Fresh with the roller fit mitt. So that's kind of like your all-in-one box of everything that you could start to switch over in your home. So I hope that you guys feel informed. I hope that you feel educated and encouraged, and that you found a couple things that you can start to switch over in your home. And like I said, all of these recipes will be up in the Spring and Wellness event tomorrow, and I will have a document made with each and every single recipe that I use, so that you have a point of reference. Okay, so thanks for tuning in. Bye.